What's up guys, Sheldon back with another review, and today we're looking at the Super Action Statue Enrico Pucci from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean. Alright, so sorry about not uploading any videos lately, just been kind of busy with work, but who gives a crap about me, it's all about this figure though. Alright, let's take a look at this box real quickly. So here we go, some of the poses you can put him in from I guess from the manga, who knows, but some inspiration for you. You got some of the accessories he comes with, which we'll take a look at very briefly. A display stand, alternate heads, more box art on the side right here, box window, and then more box art. Alright, let's take a closer look at the accessories. So here's just a quick visual of the stuff that you get with Pucci, just in terms of what you can attach to the figure. The most prominent, well, the thing that I noticed is that he gets mostly left hands here. Don't know why, but that is just the case. And actually, aside from the two fists he comes with, you actually don't have the same hand for each side. So if you will take a look here, if I can get the lighting to be a little bit better so it's easier to see, that he has like these two spread out hands, but then this one has like the two, like the ring and the middle finger together for some reason. I don't know why his hands are like the way they are. So for example, this one also has like the two fingers together like this, and this one I believe is for gripping his hat, which I'll show you in a second. But I think he has a habit of like counting prime numbers or something of that sort, right? So I'm not sure what that's about, but if we want to take just a closer look right here, let me see. I'm pretty sure that this. My phone is swiveling. I'm pretty sure that this one, his hand is for holding the stand disc like this. I think. And then this one right here, I'm sure it's just some style posing hand, but maybe he can like poke its finger through a disc or something like that, right? And then for this one, you can probably get him to hold the disc like this, or something of that sort. As you can see, a lot of flexibility in what you can use them for. And I think this one is for holding his hat like this. Something of that sort. Well, let me see, actually. Oops. So probably like that, I'm assuming. So a lot of flexibility. And he also comes with this alternate head right here, which is out of focus. Let's see. Sometimes, oh, there we go. Alright, so it's actually very well painted over here. You can see the eyelashes are painted over here. It's painting the mouth and teeth, really clean eyes. And even his facial hair, and actually his head too. Something that was pointed out to me though, and something that I did notice, is that both heads have this star haircut on the forehead, and that's actually after his stand becomes Sea Moon. So it's interesting. Kind of sad that you don't get like the original haircut, but it's still nice. And it's kind of funny that the hair goes through his eyebrows and like up to his eyes, because that's pretty wild. Okay, speaking of hat hair, so the hat fits on pretty nicely. Pretty well done. You can give it a little tilt, and it even has some shading on the side. The most remarkable accessory, in my opinion, though, is actually the sticker sheet. So it's kind of shiny right here. But you see that it has the Weather Report character and the Weather Report stand, and there's two discs missing right here, and you simply take those and you stick them onto these blank discs that you're given right here. I would have preferred if they were just, I don't know, I guess maybe it's better this way, but I'm so bad with stickers and I don't like using stickers that I just would have preferred if it was just an accessory, but I guess using a sticker lets you get it to be more shiny though, so it is a nice touch. It's really cool. Alright, so enough of these accessories though, let's take a look. Oh, by the way, it comes with the display stand, of course. But let's take a look at the figure itself. Okay, so Pucci is actually a fairly tall figure. I'm surprised. I don't remember if he's actually that tall in the manga, but let me pull out so you can get a better view. Okay, let's get a measurement. So he stands about, let me see, oops, stands about, he's leaning back a little bit, but about 16.5 centimeters, which comes out to about 6.5 inches tall, so it's still on the tall side. And here he is next to his one and only true love, Whitesnake. And together they can go around being jerks, stealing souls. But, you know, Whitesnake here is it's almost a head taller, which is about good. Whitesnake is a very tall stand. And that guy's coming up soon, too, man. He looks so good. Here he is next to Jolene. So you see that he stands about a head taller than Jolene. I mean, Jolene is kind of leading here, but you can see still pretty tall. And then here he is next to, move this out of the way, much as I love Whitesnake. Here he is next to Jonathan. And, you know, Jonathan tends to be a larger figure. So, holy crap, he's like a head underneath Jonathan. And then here he is next to Gold Experience, which is about the standard size. So Gold Experience is kind of hunched over here, but you can see that he tends to be on the taller side. And again, the Phantom Blood figures tend to be really huge, so he's definitely on the tall side, pretty tall for kind of how skinny he is. And of course, you know, upcoming review soon. One day, I promise. Okay, let's take a look at the articulation, though. Okay. Alright. So, pretty standard in terms of the head articulation here. It is on... let me always pull back here. Oh, come on, focus. Oh, man. Okay. No. Okay, so the head is on that hinged bulb joint over here, so it's actually pretty limited. It's in there, but it is pretty limited. Same with the swivel, you can get them to turn all the way. It's a little tight, so I don't really feel like messing it up right now. Something that I do want to mention, though, is that I love how they continued his hair, even on his neck, because I think he has a rat tail. Something of that sort. I forget his original haircut over here, so think about what you've done, Pucci. Lean against the wall. Bad. Anyway, but again, this kind of, these tails, I'm pretty sure came after he got Sea Moon. So that's what I recall. But I do like how they're also articulated right here on their own joints. So you can get them up to give them a little bit of an exciting look. So that's really cool. I'm very impressed. I'm pretty impressed by that. And then the neck is on, I believe it's just a single ball joint down here. So again, very, very limited though, which is unfortunate. It looks nice, but again, thanks to the sculpt and the high collar, it will get in the way, so be wary of that. For the shoulders though, they're actually pretty good. They're on that, I don't know what to call this, but like this shoulder joint here, sleeve, what have you, is separate, and so you have to move that along with the arm, but you get a full rotation. And then the arms go out about 90 degrees here. No bicep swivel, but it is pegged into the chest and pegged into the bicep itself. So you can see right here, right, you have this joint, so you can rotate it like this. So there is that. And then as you saw for the elbow, double jointed, pretty good range of motion. You can get him to kind of like punch himself in the face. And then for the elbows, let me see if I can bend that one down here. For the elbows, they are pegged into the bicep and in the forearm, so you get rotation over here at the elbow, and you get rotation in the forearm as well. And for the wrist, pretty standard, you have that hinged ball right there. And then for the waist, single ball joint, I believe, so pretty decent like range of motion like this in terms of a crunch. That's about it going forward. And going back, this is about the maximum right here. And then the waist is also a single joint right here. So good, it's actually pretty decent. You can get into full rotation if you want to. Kind of combined, you can see. And then when you combine them going forward, it's about as far as they're going to go. And then going backwards though, it's actually a little bit better. And then the most interesting part is the skirt right here. So again, the skirt articulation, I guess any character with this type of outfit tends to be a little bit difficult. And I think it's, regardless of being kind of strange, I do like it better than they do the Kakyoin, which is no articulation whatsoever. So as you can see, it's on this hinge right here, so it looks okay. And then the side skirts like this are on like a ball joint, and so they can move. It is a little hard to move, I gotta admit. So you can see the shape of it right here. It's mostly to, I gotta cut out a shape for his butt right here. But you can see that they split and they can move around. And let me kind of just pull it off so you can see what kind of joint it is right here. But you see it's just this peg that goes right in. You just pop it in and it swivels around. So it's okay. It does get a little bit of troublesome to pose. But in terms of articulation of the leg though, you get about this far out to the side. Standard ball joint hips right here. Going forward, if you move the skirt out of the way, you can get them pretty high like this. And then for the thigh, there is a thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, pretty decent range of motion right here. And then for the ankle, you do get a toe hinge. It's kind of loose. And then you do get about this far back, this far forward, so not the best as usual, as typical for this line. And for the ankle rocker, about that much. So that's actually pretty decent. Let me pop that back on then. Alright, let's talk about paint and sculpt a little bit. So, I gotta admit, I'm not a huge fan of Poochie in terms of the character in Stone Ocean, but after I got this figure, I'm actually kind of impressed. It's only one color, there is that, but there is shading throughout, so it looks like it's got some texture in it, and it is sculpted fairly well. And there's just something about his appearance that just looks very nice. I think it's just this clean gold paint on the middle over here that looks very, very cool. By the way, this belt in the middle, I forgot to mention, very nicely detailed, and it is a soft floating piece, and it's glued into the back, so you can tuck his hand in there if you want to, or stick a knife in there or something like that, right? But overall, it's a really nice looking figure. These smaller details, like maybe on the neck, might not be the most cleanly painted, but that's pretty usual, as is the case for small details. So again, my impression of this was the character's okay. After getting it in hand, there's something about this character that has a good appeal to it. It's just like a very clean and elegant looking figure. So if you're planning to, if you collect this line, you know, it's a pretty good pickup, I gotta say. You won't be disappointed by the character because it's a good representation of him. If you're thinking about getting into the line, maybe you can skip this one because he's not quite as exciting as another character, but he is very elegant. So if you're looking for some kind of weird anime priest, it might be a decent pickup for you. Other than that, though, yeah, I think it's a pretty solid figure overall. Alright, well, that pretty much does it for this review. If you enjoyed, feel free to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more. I'm going to put this guy in some poses for you guys at the end. Alright, thanks for watching.